So it is Tuesday. Tuesday is live event day. Later today I'll be doing a live event with Tax Sherpa on partnerships, JVs, joint ventures, and syndications and the tax issues around there. I see so many people screw that up. I was actually talking to my buddy Mitch last night, and he was regaling me with some issues that a friend of his has with a partnership. I was like, oh, you messed up the start. That's what happens. So we'll be going over a bunch of stuff there. It is also Splinterland's Dev Day, not a special event, but as every Tuesday they do their updates. And supposedly today we are getting land version 1.5, so that's exciting. I know I haven't talked about it much on these, but I'm a significant asset holder in Splinterlands, and it's a lot of fun. But you know, I'm a big fan of Empire type games, so you know, with the land expansion, I mean, it's been taken forever, but supposedly it is here now, and land version 1.5 does not have the full suite of options that, you know, version 2 will have, but you know, it's a step in the right direction. So there will be a lot of asset allocation stuff to be done, you know, once that goes live, and looking forward to that. You know, also on Tuesdays I often do Monster Mavericks. Not sure if we're going to be able to get that done today. Had some scheduling issues, but yeah, it'll be an interesting day. Whew, it's another cold one here. I know it's, you know, almost December, so that makes sense, but but a lot of times, you know, here in Atlanta we get very mild kind of winters. But I remember reading something about how they're predicting, you know, a colder and wetter winter than usual this year, just like nationwide. I think I forget the exact rationale, but I think it had to do with El Nino. But you know, about every 10 years, we get, you know, a nice snowstorm. The last one was actually 13 years ago, I think. We get snow. We don't get snow every year, but we got snow like 2 years ago. But the storm 13 years ago shut down the whole city for weeks. I remember my wife and I were in an apartment at the time. This was before kids, and we were snowed in, basically. You know, the city of Atlanta, or all the cities in the metro area, you know, have had zero preparation for that kind of snow event. And you know, it was one of those things where it snowed a lot. That was one issue, and then, you know, as it warmed up a little bit, it would melt and freeze, melt and freeze. So it was like 2-3 weeks that the city was at a standstill. And after that, I remember we had to hike from our apartment to the grocery store. Fortunately, we lived not that far, so it was walkable, but that was a whole escapade, and to bring our backpacks and fill up on food that way. But yeah, so after that, I know City of Atlanta at least invested a lot in having, you know, sand and salt and plows and things like that. Never have been used because it doesn't snow that much here, but every once in a while it does. So hopefully, if we get one of those this year, they will have the resources at hand to deal with the roads. So you know, my house is on a hill. Our driveway is fairly steep, so that's probably not going to work. I'd have to, maybe I should get a snow shovel just in case. Man, you know, it's I don't want to go on a whole rant, but you know, people are obviously very worried about global warming, and I have the very contrarian view that global warming is a good thing, because more people die from cold than from heat. And you know, I know there's the people who are concerned that, you know, there'll be some sort of runaway cascade and creating, you know, climate disasters and superstorms and all that kind of stuff. I'm not convinced by the models that I've seen, but even if that were true, you know, the things have been much warmer than they are now on this planet. Even including times before the last set of ice ages that humans were alive. So we can certainly deal with them. There might be places that would have to build defenses, like all of Denmark is underwater, but they make it work because we have the technology to deal with that. So New Orleans, that mostly works. Occasional failure, like we saw with Katrina, but yeah, these are solvable problems. Also, well, like I said, I don't want to go into a whole thing about it, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the warmth. When the Romans were growing grapes in England, I think that worked out okay. Man. But yeah, should be a fun Tuesday. It'll be a long day, but generally a good time. So if you are one of those people who does joint ventures and partnerships and syndications, then you should come by. Hopefully learn a couple things. That'll be streaming on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook. I actually got the Facebook hooked up last night. So yeah, should be a good time. And we'll see you later.